Let's be honest, when you see two actors on a movie poster, you usually expect good acting, a decent storyline, and maybe a little bit chemistry. But when you put Bimbo Adeboye and Timini Egbuson in the same frame, you don't just get chemistry, you get absolute unfiltered fireworks. They have absolutely unlocked the ultimate cheat code to Hollywood's box office success. And YouTube streaming dominance, anytime their name appeared together on a cast list, we already know we are in for a wild, chaotic, and incredible emotional ride. So grab your popcorn because today we are breaking down every single time Bimbo Ademoye and Timini Egbuson proved they are the ultimate scream magic. Before they became the reigning king and queen of Nollywood romance, they gave us a sheer comedy gold in introducing the Kujus and the Kujus again. What makes their dynamic so incredible in this film is that they weren't even trying to make us blush, they were trying to make us laugh, and they did it effortlessly. Timidi's character, Maube, is the chaotic, slightly stubborn youngest sibling, and Bimbo's character brings that signature high energy drama she is famous for. Watching them bounce off each other's comedy timing in the middle of family madness shows us something very important earlier on. Their chemistry isn't just built on sweet talk and romantic limit lighting. It is built on deep, fundamental understanding of how to play out each roles, our energies, stuff like that. When one goes high, then the other knows exactly how to match that frequency without overshadowing them. It was chaotic, it was loud, and it was the perfect foundation for what was to come. They proved that they don't even need to be playing lovers, like really, to have the audience completely glued to the screen. Well, that was it. We have to talk about the movie where the obsession really kicked into high gear. Now we see in Braided Life, on paper, the story of a spoiled, entitled rich kid falling for a sassy, local bread seller sounds like, typical everyday stuff in a Nollywood niche. But the moment Bimbo and Timini shared the screen, they turned the glitch into pure cinematic gold. What makes them so magical here is the sheer balance of their performance. You have Timini bringing that effortless, charming, soft boy in distress energy, while Bimbo brings the raw, unfiltered, hardworking fire of Todo. The banter was so natural, the eye contact was so intense, and the emotional transition from mutual annoyance to deep protective love felt incredibly real. They didn't just play their roles, they made us believe that two completely different worlds could collide and make perfect sense. This was the moment Nigeria collectively realized, okay, these two have something truly special, That's where they knew about their lights. That's where it blew the internet and blew the Nigerian Nollywood space. If Breaded Life was the introduction, Big Love was the absolute, undeniable confirmation. In this film, they took their on screen relationship to a whole new level. It wasn't just about cute, funny banter anymore, it was deep, mature, intensely emotional, stuff like that. The way they looked at each other in this movie had the entire internet asking, are we sure these two are actually acting? There's a specific kind of trust required between two actors to pull off that level of vulnerability on screen. And Bimbo and Timini have it in spades. They feed off each other's energy perfectly. When Timini lowers his voice, Bimbo softens. When Bimbo cries, you can literally see the heartbreak, depression in Timini's eye. They made us feel every single high and low of their characters' relationship, proving that their magic isn't just about making us laugh. It's about holding our hearts hostage. Even as we look at their other collaboration like Real Love and The Homecoming, the magic hasn't faded one bit. If anything, it has matured. They have reached a point in in their careers where they didn't even need a massive high stakes scripts to make a scene work. They're like so perfect. A simple quiet conversation over a kitchen counter or a shared laugh in a crowded room becomes the highlight of the entire movie because how comfortable they are in each other's space. In the homecoming, sharing the screen along Bisola Ayola, they still manage to keep this that distinct magnetic pull between them that fans look for. They have this rare ability to make the audience feel like they are intruding on a private real life moment, which is the highest compliment you can pay to anyone on screen duo. Even in more recent movies like Mr. and Mrs. Chaotic, yes, yes, and Sweet in the Middle, and Miles Away from Home. Oh my God, they continue to show why they are the undisputed favorites. Whether they are playing a bike ring couple trying to find common ground and star-crossed lovers dealing with heavy secrets, their own screen relationship always feels fresh. They never copy paste their performance for previous movies. Instead, they find new ways to convert or connect new inside jokes to share through their characters and new ways to make us fall in love with them all over again. It is incredibly hard for an on-screen pairing to work together. This frequently without the audience getting tired of them. But Bimbo and Timini break the rule every single time. Like they're so famous, like they know what they're doing, their ways. That is just a good way of creating movies. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just so perfect. I mean, who could deny the fact that they could or probably might even be in each other? Well, let's keep going. But why does this chemistry translate so beautifully to the big scene every single time? Well, a huge part of it is their genuine real life friendship. Anyone who follows of them on social media knows these two are absolute besties. Yeah, yeah. They tease each other constantly in the comments, support each other's projects like proud family members, and show up for one another in ways that clearly aren't just for the cameras. Because they are so comfortable with each other off screen, there is zero awkwardness when the directors yells action. They aren't afraid to improvise. They aren't afraid to get physically close. They aren't afraid to let their guards down completely. That level of safety and mutual respect is what turns a decent performance into an unforgettable magical one. Whether they are making us laugh, crying on screen, or on TV, there is no denial. There's no denial that Bimbo Ademoye and Timini Egbuson are the defining on-screen duo of modern Nollywood. They have set their bar incredibly high, and honestly, we can only hope we get 10 more movies with them. But what do you guys think? Which of their movies is absolute favorite? And do you think they are the greatest Nollywood duo of this generation? Drop your comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more juicy Nollywood breakdowns, and I'll see you next in the next chicks. Yeah.